is the defensive specialist. The two coaches, Ferhat Akbaş, looking to do great things again with this club. Already taken the Club World Championships, would like a shot at this European title if he can get it. And for Massimo Barbolini, it's something big for the team, he said, but it's massive for the city. And he wants to see this team through to the Final Four. Can he do it automatically with a 3-0 or 3-1, or will Eczacıbaşı manage to hold off the huge challenge of this away fixture? We're about to find out. Wonderful scenes in Palazzo Wanny. It'll be the Tigers to serve. Away we go, quarterfinals time, second leg on the CEV Champions League for 2024. And in the orange, the team that won leg one 3-2. It's Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul, looking for a massive result away from home to book their place in the semi-finals yet again. And Beza through the middle, celebrating that opening point. In the blue, the home team, Savino Del Bene Scandicci, were rather put on the back foot away from home last week, having beaten the Tigers Eczacıbaşı by 3-1 in the pool play. Things didn't go as smoothly last week, but that'll do nicely for Ju Ting's first kill. Been talking about this a lot during the season. She's trying to hit these spaces between 1 and 6 and 6 and 5, and she's doing it successfully. Although in game one, she was one of the quieter players and got subbed off in the end. First serve for Antropova, goes in. First swing for Bošković goes in. Brilliant defence from Antropova against her opposite. And that's just rolled down the line by Alexa Gray. She was the perfect foil to Bošković last week. 53 points between them. That's a rather smart hit for the first kill for her. Gray on the board then, Ju Ting on the board. Beza, middle blocker to serve. And that's the kind of passing that caused Scandicci problems last week. Ju Ting rolls it beach style down the line. Similar shot to Gray's this, with the defender, Naz, up close to the block. Just managed to beat Handy in that backcourt position, and Ju Ting goes back to the line. She will be looking for a much bigger game tonight, that's for sure. Gray passes, Naz feeds out of the back line. Handy can't put it down. Deep high swing from Antropova is dealt with by Eczacıbaşı. Brilliant defence from Prochiali. And similarly from Sinye. And this is another extended rally. Early doors, huge hit. Simji's all over it. Bošković blocked, retrieved, and it's come back. Oh, that's stunning from Eczacıbaşı. And that's even better from Scandicci. Hayley Washington applies the finishing touch to an absolute lung burner of a rally. Ay caramba, if this is what we've got for the rest of the evening, seatbelts on. It's going to be a bumpy ride for both teams. Scandicci 3-2, that's a lot of work for 1 point. Beautiful pass from Gray. Not quite the feed she wanted from Naz. Antropova gets it all wrong on the approach there. And nice work, Naz feeds the middle to one of last week's heroes, Sinead Jack-Kisal, Trinidadian international, available again, and makes the shot. 11 points last week, but her value last week was the amount of touches she got on the Scandicci attackers to slow the ball down. Now 7 serve errors for Bošković last week, but she puts her first ball in court, and she's going to get another swing here. Nice finish from Gray. Naz, I think very deliberately underusing Bošković here. Going to try and get some work rate out of the other players before she goes to the go-to. Keep an eye on those errors. That's the first error from Bošković tonight. Naz stepped in beautifully last week, had a really tough job to do coming in for Elif Zayn, and really picked up the game with Eczacıbaşı and got them through it in 5. Starts the game tonight, but Elif is fit to play if required. Tight, Herberts goes aggressive, Simci makes the defence look easy. And Eczacıbaşı hammers it down the front of Karol's block. Plenty of options for both coaches, although for Massimo Barbolini, his cup runneth over in terms of potential substitutes, should they be required. Eczacıbaşı, good serve, not the best pass from Herberts. Well, Eczacıbaşı did this last week. They really did try and pick off individual passes. They gave Herberts a tough time, they gave Jiting a tough time, and they gave Prokiali a tough time. At the moment, they are targeting Herberts. She has to come up with a steadier pass. Well, drags Maya to the 3-metre line. Herberts aggressive. Karol thought it was a call of out and left it. And it was well in. Well, a lot of talk, myself included, about the fact Scandicci can go straight through 3-0 or 3-1. Well, by the same token, Eczacıbaşı can achieve that 3-0, 3-1 or 3-2, and it's win-win. They will take the opening exchanges here, 7-5 up. Scandicci still don't look settled against their Turkey opponents. And very interestingly, Bošković hardly getting used at the moment. Third kill for Eczacıbaşı. Let's see what she can do with this serve. She's got a serve that she can really get dipping on the passes. But that one just floated wide to the line. Jiting takes the ball. Herbert, smooth swing down the line, well defended by Eczacıbaşı. Into the back line, Jiting with the tip. That is brilliant from the middle player, and that is quite superb from Karol. Well, middle's involved, both sides of the net. Eczacıbaşı with 2 defensive touches, but the final touch goes to the Brazilian middle, Karol. And off the back of that defensive play, out of system, manages to roof Bošković. Just long. Roberts tries to stay aggressive at the service line, tries to stay aggressive on the tape in the front court, but hasn't quite made the start she would like. Naz Aykol, the setter, with the serve. Bošković taps it straight over the top of the block and down the line, but tapped it with some serious power. Just too good here for Prokiali. First point on the board for the boss.
Prendiamo una murata, andiamo vivo, appoggiando la palla sopra il muro, cambiamo il colpo e andiamo forte.
Well, Massimo Barbolini will not be happy for a number of reasons, but the most worrying point is that Scandicci have slipped back into the issues that they were having in last week's game in the sets that they lost. The passing was too far away from the net. And as brilliant as Maja Ognjenović is, she couldn't create enough of a problem. Eczacıbaşı's blockers and defenders, they touch so many plays, and they're doing exactly the same thing here. Keeping Scandicci at arm's length, keeping Maja Ognjenović on the 3-metre line. That's better. And still the block gets a touch. Bošković slows it down. Gray speeds it up. Hammer from Alexa Gray. Nice run. Nice feed from Nas as well. Continues her service run. Eczacıbaşı go 11-6, and this Scandicci crowd have gone rather quiet. Good pass from Juting. Out of the back line, Britt Herberts. Well, Eczacıbaşı know that when Herberts hits the pipe, she will hit this shot away from her body to position 5. She rarely hits anything else, and Simci will be a little upset with herself for not quite making the play, but that had some heat on it. Good swing from Herberts. Needed a kill. Nas bump set out of system. Hande has put it wide. Least effective of the wing spikers in last week's game, Hande Baladin. Tried to be accurate, cut it to the line, but no. And Carol has a chance to put Scandicci back in this first set. Oh, and does it with an ace. Shank pass from Hande. Second error in a row from her. Just moved on her. 2-point deficit. Having been 5 down, that looks a lot better for Scandicci, and that'll help. Well, they think it's touched the floor, no challenge yet. Unbelievable defense from Herberts. Oh, wow. Well, Eczacıbaşı played to the whistle there, just kept going. Carol convinced that had hit the floor. How about that from the Belgian international, Britt Herberts? Proper commitment. That's a stunning pickup. Look at the work Simci does. There's so much that the Eczacıbaşı libero in the number 2 shirt does that just kind of goes unrecognised. She tidies up so much, allows the hitters to function. Big swing. Maya defends off the block. Juting can't find that angle she was looking for, and Hande can't find her way past the block. Another monster block. Hayley Washington involved here, saw this coming down the middle channel, and that is steep. Hit herself in the legs. That's how steep the block was. I think she enjoyed that one. Scandicci looking to settle. They did it for periods last week, but they just couldn't find the consistency. It's a good serve from Antropova. That is way out of system for Eczacıbaşı, and Alexa Gray hits into the body of the net. First error from the Canadian. I think Scandicci just need to settle into this match. When they do, we're going to get a correct representation of how this game is going to shape up. Oh, it's a massive hit. It's only just wide. I'm not sure that was a leave. I think that was just that the passers couldn't get anywhere near it. Fortunately for the Tigers of Eczacıbaşı, it's out. Beyza Arishi round to the service line again. 13-11, still good for the away team. Second serve in the match for her. Maya working hard to get that onto the reverse for Washington's slide. It wasn't the best. Pass was a little tight. Maya did what she could with it. And Washington did what she could with it, and that is really unlucky for Beyza. It's the foot of Hande that kicks the ball away from her after the dive. So settling into rhythm here. Eczacıbaşı, I think, are going to have to start going to Bošković a little more. On cue. Hits hard. Too hard for Antropova. Looks really up for this tonight. Bošković. Couple of points in the bag already. Expected to score way more than that. And the serving is still a problem. That's 9 serve errors across the 2 ties. Something isn't clicking on the baseline at the moment for the Serbian superstar, who signed a new contract, incidentally, earlier this month to keep her at Eczacıbaşı for a little while longer. Washington off the tape, lands well inside the 3-metre line on the trickle ace. She'll take that. Contribution from her so far. 1 block, 1 ace, 1 point. 1 point in offence, that is, for the American Olympic champion. 14-all. Scandicci back in this now. Oh, and another ace. That one, more conventional, certainly more impressive. And Alexa Gray just nicking it off the arms of Hande. Ferhat Akbaş has got a slight problem here. His Eczacıbaşı passes are just struggling at the moment. It's a good swing, but it's out of system, so the block and defence have a chance, and Juting clips it away. She is so focused tonight. There's the touch from Herberts, and that's a nice feed, and although the blockers read that, Juting has negotiated to space pretty easily. And Ferhat Akbaş calls his first timeout of the evening.
Try to go deeper, much more, and try block out when you are out of system. Okay? So transition ready for attack all the time. And serve, we need to respond. Pressure to Juting.
First indication then that coach Akbaş is a little concerned. Massimo Barbolini will be so much happier. Relieved, I would say. But his team need to do more than just play in these purple patches. They have to be consistent from start to finish in the sets. And once they've got a lead, they've got to defend it. 2 up at the moment. Washington serves again, attacks Hande again, and once more the pass from Hande is found wanting. Out of system swing, good reuse off the block from Antropova. Gets the second ball. That's a little too wide from Ognjenovic, but she hit it well. The defence from Eczacıbaşı in the early phases of the match is stunning. And they've got it again. Chance for the point. Too far off the tape for Gray. Third swing for Antropova. Can't beat Bošković. No, she can. But Bošković's balloon dig drops on the line. Would you believe it? What a touch from Naz. And she beats Simca to the ball. And this is just a bit fluky, I'm afraid. But hey, you make your own luck, I think is the phrase. Good touch from Bošković. And there we go. Look at that reaction from Britt Herberts. That tells you all you need to know with regard to what she's going through right now. Just struggling at the start of this match, but trying really hard, as Herberts always does, to get herself fired up. Great defensive touch, and now a couple of points in offence. Jakisal, that's a mismatch. Naz, once again, not putting the ball in the window. She's not quite as accurate as the woman that she's playing ahead of, Elif Sahin. She's got a bit of a spark about her, and there's not much blame attached to that set. She was sliding onto the 3-metre line when she played it. That's better. That's better. That's exactly what the hitters want. Ball in front of them, bit of room to work. And Hande has absolutely unloaded on that. Britt Herbert's not making eye contact for the apology. Not that there was anything intentional. That's the old SOS, isn't it? Or SNS. Sorry, not sorry. points to find for the away side. More brilliant defence. Oh, well watched by Antropova. That's really easy to back off the net too early there, and she just read the play well. Oh, touch from Jack Kisal and from Bošković. But an easy kill in the end for Antropova. Timeout coming again very soon, I think, from Ferhat Akbaş. Good defence from Prokiali. Back it comes. Referee says it's fair. Oh, huge! Absolutely massive monster block from Juting. Eczacıbaşı think their opponent's got away with one here. But the referee allowed play on. And then Juting just shut the lights out on Beza. Timeout. Eczacıbaşı, they're in a bit of trouble now in set one. It was a Murata. It was a monster Murata. Both coaches asking for players to consider block out hits, so to try and get it off the blocker's arms or fingers and away. And out of play. Not as easy to do though when things are a little out of system and the block and the defence is well set. Well, after a very shaky start mid-phase of this set, with a 5-point deficit to catch up, Scandicci have managed to move themselves into a 4-point lead. Oh, make it 5. Oh my goodness me. And it got even darker in the Palazzo Wanny. It's another lights out moment delivered by Carol. Well, the blocking in this first set by both teams has been simply amazing. But that's the second huge stuff block from Carol. One on Bošković, one on Handy. Can't get to that one, but brilliant defence by Ognjenović on her Serbian teammate. Bošković defends well. Handy tries the power tip and gets it away. Block out to stop the serve run. Lovely defence from Maja Ognjenović. Doesn't turn 40 until August. I wonder what her next move will be playing-wise. Eczacıbaşı set a Naz with the serve. Lovely pass from Juting. And Eczacıbaşı now starting to struggle against Scandicci in system. Juting's 5th point of the night, I think. Managed to get it just between that seam again. She's aiming deliberately between 6 and 5. And she got it between the two players patrolling those areas. 22-17, Carol to serve. Can't follow up on her initial ace, it's just long. Desperation from the experienced Brazilian middle. Silver medalist, Tokyo 2020. Fought with a gold medalist in Hayley Washington. Those are the two middle blockers for Scandicci. That is class. And that just went off in my hand, officer. Handy balloons it over the baseline. All good now for the home side, and the Tigers have got work to do. Now, plenty of points in hand, and Antropova can hit the serves hard. Hits it very hard. Gray passes. Tight to the tape, gets the rebound, well defended by Antropova, well blocked by Ognjenović. Gray goes again, makes the play. Well, that was interesting. The referee's given that Scandicci's way. I saw a couple of Scandicci players indicating that was in. So it's going to be a video challenge to sort out which way it goes, and that's the beauty of technology at this level. If you disagree with the ref and you've got a challenge in the bank, you can use it. At the moment, it's set point Scandicci, but this has got a chance of touching something. The fingernail. The pinky fingernail of Maja Ognjenović. Look at that look from Maya to Jack Kisal. That was priceless. I hope one of the press photographers got that. Beyzar's third visit to the service line. Her team need points. Well, cheeky set from Maya, but it was a slow set. Washington was available, but it took a long time for that ball to get there. Jack Kisal is going to make that all day. Nice responsibility taken by Washington after the initial disappointment that it wasn't defended. Important point this for both teams. Where does Maya go? Might be an overload on Antropova. Look for her to go to Ju Ting. She does. Ting has to adjust her approach. It's coming back. Oh, it's not coming back. Straight into the antenna after a quite brilliant defensive touch from Maya. And I think Massimo Barbolini's got to call a timeout here. He does. And Scandicci are going to make this a little trickier than they really needed to. Both coaches have used both their timeouts now. And you can condense the information in this timeout into just one short little reminder that the players have to do what they do at training thousands of times in a year. Put the ball away. A little bit of pressure on Beyzar here, but she's served well in this game. First and third visit, she's put a couple of decent serves in. Good pass required. Now they will be stacking on Antropova. Oh, it's a shank. Would you believe it? A shank pass from Ju Ting, one of the most experienced four-hitters on the planet. This is not what Scandicci need, but it's exactly what the Tigers want. And Eczacibasi are back in this first set. Out of nowhere. Beyzar serves again. Deep on Ju Ting, it's too tight. They've got it into play though. They need this kill. And Antropova's missed it. Oh, goodness me. And Massimo Barbolini will be suffering here. 4-point lead gone. He uses a challenge just to slow the game down. Block touch is the request, but the Eczacibasi blockers seem convinced this didn't touch anything. We'll find out in a moment. And now Scandicci can get to 24 with a side out, but they're going to have to win the set on their own serve. No touch. It is Eczacibasi's point. Barbolini loses the challenge. And Scandicci have really lost their way. They were in control. And the Turkey fans are smiling again. After a rather worrying time towards the back end of this set, they have reignited the flame. Oh, and there's the quality of Barbolini. Goes with the delaying video challenge and Beyzar into the net. Ju Ting out. In comes Isabella Giulio, the captain of this Scandicci team, backup setter to Maja Ognjenovic. She's on to serve and play defense. First set point arrives for Scandicci. Good pass from Gray. Bošković keeps her team in it. Of course it was going there, but it was a good set from Naz. Nice peek on this, little inside, but Bošković used the angle well. 24 all, first set point goes begging for Scandicci. Now this is a very interesting call. 9 serve errors means that for Akbaş, He's not going to trust Bošković to serve. Instead, he's going with the starting setter from last week's game, Elif Sahin. This is a huge call. It's a good serve onto Juting, and Herberts is blocked onto the line. That is massive. Little out of system, allowed the blockers to get to her. And it's Naz alongside Jack Kisal who adjust their position on the net quite brilliantly. Wow. First set point then to Eczacıbaşı, and Juting's pass has gone to pieces. Oh, what a hit. Oh, it's insane from Herberts. You've got to love this aggression. Oh, that is a brave swing, and it's gone inside the 3-metre line. And a slightly perplexed Tijana Bošković makes her way back to the floor. One set point apiece then. Washington serves. 25 all, we play on to 2 clear. Good hit, well defended by Jutic. Washington puts it into play. Ognjenović can do nothing but volley it over. Bošković out of the back line has missed. Referee says no touch. Bošković is convinced there is. Video challenge used by Ferhat Akbaş to check this. Blockers once again adamant that they didn't get anything on this, and a discussion between Barbolini and Juting, whose last 4 or 5 passes have been all over the place. Happens to the best, you know, now and again. Now Barbolini going to Ognjenović, and this will be about, if they do win this point, this will be about where she's going to set next time. But it is a touch. No? Oh, look at that. Well, the ring finger of the left hand, there was a slight deviation as that ball went past. Wow. Eczacıbaşı will take it. Good challenge. Second set point. Gray to serve. Nice pass from Herberts. Oh no! Unbelievable. Maja Ognjenović goes to Carol, and Carol rolls it wide. Eczacıbaşı wins set 1 and take another step closer to the Champions League semi-finals. Well, we'll keep our powder dry, although I've announced that result. We'll keep our powder dry, but I don't think Carol or the Scandicci team are in any kind of hope that this has touched something. It's miles away from the block. Oh dear. It's a no by about 1 metre. I don't think Carol was expecting that set. Maja hoping to catch the blockers out instead. I think she caught her middle player out a little bit. And from a 4-point lead, Scandicci at the back end of set 1, they lose it to Eczacıbaşı, who had a 5-point lead at one stage. 27-25, how's that for entertainment in set 1? There you go, tail of the tape. Too many errors, both teams. Most of those from the service line. Scandicci served tough, served themselves into the lead, but that lack of consistency. They are still only playing in pockets of form in this tie. And it means that those 3- and 4-point leads can disappear at any moment. It's never easy away from home, but Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul have done a fabulous job. And the Tigers living up to their nickname at the moment. The team in blue, the home side, Savino Del Bene Scandicci now in a very tricky position. Bošković, the captain, hammers her first kill away. And the one variable that I don't think any of us pundits, and I'm sure you guys watching at home, have considered, is Eczacıbaşı winning this 3-0 and just rubber stamping their journey through to the semis with ease. Scandicci have got to improve this consistency. They are coming up with fabulous points, they're coming up with runs of points, but they're not maintaining that discipline, that consistency, and they're not hanging on to the leads that they're getting in this game, and they've had plenty of those. Same last week as this week. Tropova puts it in with power. Oh, that's a genius set. That's a really nice set from Naz. Accelerates away to the 3-meter line, so it really drove at this ball. Watch her create the speed on this. Beautifully done. And gave Eczacıbaşı a peak to dream of, and she just whacks it straight into Tropova. Beautiful set, beautiful hit. Bošković allowed to serve this time. Changes the angle, goes to the far side of the court. Oh, good pickup. That's a hell of a pancake, and that is a brilliant dig from Eczacıbaşı. And Tropova blocked. Eczacıbaşı is once again putting on a bit of a middle masterclass. Watch the movement from Eczacıbaşı here. She's got to get all the way across and then line it up. Down it goes. Bit of great, bit of Eczacıbaşı involved in that one. Five points in the game now for Eczacıbaşı. She's the hot arm. Naz goes to her again. That was a little bit obvious. Good block from Washington. Yeah, that's it. You've got to get up early to catch Haley out. Yeah, good read. Good read. And then clever little pokey into space. Bošković, she's blocked. She defends that well, though. And Tropova, once again, the ball died on her. Oh, it's really excellent from Hayley Washington. And she's on fire right now. And she had to reach for that as well. Alexa Gray's hit that high and hard. Beautifully dealt with by the other North American. Washington stops the Canadian. And Juting defends the line shot. Herbert's really aggressive once more. Good set from Marjanovic, had to move a long way from the net. But gives Herberts a nice platform here just to line up that angle. Great work. Goalkeeper style save from Eczacıbaşı. And Tropova volleys over with pace, takes Bošković out of the equation, then defends the tip. Superb from Scandicci. Eczacıbaşı runs the slide and Tropova defends again. Herberts can't beat the block this time. Another tricky set from Marjanovic. Herberts gets the fingers this time though. Ho, ho, ho. That is proper emotion from the Belgian. You don't see this often. Assistant coach and wing spiker going full-on celebration. 5-3. Now Scandicci can celebrate all they want, but if they can't build and hang on to a lead, Eczacıbaşı will still be in with a shot in all the sets. Oh, it's hit handy on the way out. Everything going Scandicci's way. A bizarre ace for Juting. Andy was trying to leave that, but her dodgeball skills left wanting, and that was a bit of movement on the serve from Juting. It followed her. Gray takes over on the pass, gets the return ball, slaps it wide. and Scandicci have walked into a 4-point lead. Again, that Naz set not quite making it all the way out. Akbaş is going to have a look at it. Ball in or out is the challenge request. Ghostbusters theme is the accompanying track, and that has left just a tiny bit of ectoplasm on the outside of the line on compression. No arguments. It's there. It's touched the line. It's been given in. Look at that. So, not quite the lead they thought they had at 7-3. It's another well-used challenge by Ferhat Akbaş. And it's another millimetre call. Greater serve. This is where Scandicci now have to go to work. I think they've got to dig deep here. Go on a big side-out run. Don't let Eczacıbaşı back in. Oh, dear me. Well, the reaction from Hayley Washington as soon as she hit that was pretty obvious. Really upset with the result on that shot. Not an easy ball to hit over that sort of distance. They're doing it again, Scandicci. Eczacıbaşı just apply a bit of pressure. And the home side looks shaky. And Maya Ogenovic does this so often. You've got a world-class middle hitter behind you. They've made one error. Do you know what? They generally don't make another. Good decision for the set. Good put away from Washington. Doing a great job in this set so far, Washington. Can she do it with the serve? Tests Gray for the ace. Hayley Washington's third ace of the night. As good as all this has been for Scandicci, for me, the factor that remains the problem is side out. They're going to have to up that side of things. Simjic, tested, handy, out of system, goes for the hands, no pun intended, and misses them and misses the court. It's quite a few errors from Hande Baladin. She's not actually managed to create many points for her team at all. A happy coach. Washington serves again, and the pass as well. Jack Kisal just shoves it off the block of Herbert's. Good strong play from Kisal once again. Got on 6 points. Contributed 11 in game one. She's well on her way to that. Clever. Oh, brilliant. Boskovic has seen that a few times in Serbian training, covered it well. And the blocks got good hands on it, and now Carroll goes over. There you go, Maya, that's how you do it. Let Carroll show you. Look at that defence from Boskovic, that's a brilliant touch. But wasn't expecting this one. Cheeky, very cheeky. Maya composes herself. It's a good serve. Boskovic hasn't had a hit for a while. Doesn't matter, does it? Her defence tonight has been stunning. And she's just starting to turn up the heat in offence. A massive contribution at the moment from Boskovic. But I'm sure Naz will start to use her more and more. Phenomenal pipe. Great shout from the Eczacıbaşı players to say what was coming, but they just couldn't quite close the block in time, and Ting once again trying to manoeuvre that ball between 6 and 5. Good job. And a good serve from Herberts. Ting applies the finishing touch. Another point for her. Well, Eczacıbaşı, for the second set in a row, have themselves a lead that they can take to the bank. Set one though, they failed to cash the check.
All the game is middle left. Antropova is 9%. She cannot kill any ball. So we cannot be late for her ball. Washington, okay, make sure about this. They push the limit of the serve. We need to have much more step work. Haydi, better pass. Haydi bakalım.
Great info for Eczacıbaşı and for us at home as well from Ferhat Akbaş. So very pointedly saying that Antropova is not scoring. So don't give her a consideration on the block. You've got to focus on stacking on Washington, on Herberts and on Ting. Those are the key players at the moment for Scandicci. Good serve from Herberts, lovely pass from Handy. Boskovic not happy with that set from Naz. I wonder if we are close to potentially seeing the replacement setter Elif Sahin come in. She's having a field day at the net at the moment. Herberts with another good serve. Overpass is slammed away. Massive spike from Ting. Pretty close to double figures now, I think. 7-point lead. Alexa Gray loses her place on court. I said we might see Irina Voronkova come in. She is a influential power hitter, but she will be targeted, I think, by Bria Herberts. As soon as she gets on, she'll get the first serve. And she tried to find her. It's all good. Ace for Herberts. Simjic beaten. Wasn't the case last week. This week, though, the seams have been exploited by Scandicci far more regularly. And they are putting Eczacıbaşı to the sword at the moment. 15-7. It's into the net. Now Voronkova is on the floor. Naz is still out there. And Tiana Boskovic, as the captain is allowed to do, just checking with the scorers table who is next to serve. Referee Sonia Simonovska wants them to get on with it. It's going to be Naz, the setter. Oh, no, it's not. It's Handy. My apologies. Parocchiali, good pass. Well defended by Scandicci on a tricky one. And a brilliant touch in back court again by Handy. Matched by Herberts. Stunning hit. That is an absolute cream cracker from Voronkova. She has belted the living daylights out of this. Look at that touch from Handy. It was matched by Herberts down the line, and then this, straight through the seam. So, they've seen one danger of Scandicci. They've managed to get Alexa Gray removed from the court. Now they've got to be very mindful of the fact that Voronkova is just as capable. Ting, another shaky pass. Carroll sets. Oh, that's wonderful hitting. Not considered one of the best players China have ever produced for no reason. Ting has still got a few shots in her game. the moment, she is unloading. Eczacıbaşı 16-9. This is a lead that Scandicci must convert to a set win. It's inconceivable that they lose the set from here. Jakisal, influential, back into the front court. Beza, who went on that brilliant service run at the end of the first set to put her team back in it, is at the line again. Pass has gone again. Wow. Fortunately, Juting is on hand. Akbaş not happy that his blockers haven't closed this one down. How much of a gap did she have? Well, they just went too far across. Tracked out to the pin. Juting took the angle. I tell you, Tiana Bošković does not look happy at the moment. Eczacıbaşı. And Antropova is a bit of a passenger at the moment, the 20-year-old. She's not been brought into the game by Ognjenović. And her serve, she'll feel that that's probably the only way she can influence things at the moment. Just over-trying there, and now Bošković is substituted for Erkec. Yaprak Erkec comes in, 22-year-old spiker. 1.85 tall, so she's mobile in defence. Bošković has made a few touches herself tonight. Good pass, good speed. There's your tempo. Lovely end on shot as well, just to give us an idea the kind of pace and height that these guys are playing at. Maya's handling on that occasion just superb. Bošković back in. Overpass from Voronkova. And it's a net touch, chasing the ball down by Naz. This is a target. Scandicci are definitely going to try and force the issue here on Voronkova. Yeah, just a little tickle with the forearm on the net tape by Naz. And Ferhat Akbaş has got a few decisions to be thinking about here. Better pass from Voronkova. Good swing from her. You don't want to let her pass the ball that easy. You certainly don't want to with ball right in front of her like this. Really strong arm. Massive swing from the Russian. Goes to the service line. Plants it. Well passed by Parochiali. Oh, it's a super swing. What a dig from Bošković. Oh, and then gets the block out kill. Well, it's about time that the boss started to boss things. Eczacıbaşı need her. That'll do nicely. Oh, defence again. Tiana is everywhere, as is Antropova. Good work from her. A swing from Ognjenović as she sort of fell away from the ball. Little momentum switch here, which Massimo Barbolini may want to cover with a timeout at some point, because he will be fully aware that Eczacıbaşı was starting to get into the set again. Lovely information exchange, and Barbolini has indeed pressed the timeout buzzer. That's a good call.
In contrattacco, diagonale la difendiamo, questi palloni, lasciamo poca linea e aspettiamo, non apriamo, ok? Questi palloni dobbiamo, we must wait more, aspettiamo e ordinati. Se tira la diagonale la tira con palla buona più forte, ok? Vai, più 5.
Nice call. So wherever Bošković is hitting, line or diagonal, the key is weight. Got great variation in when she actually chooses to swing on the ball, so it's not that easy to read. He wants his blockers to stay down for just a little extra beat, says Barbolini, before going airborne. Don't present a target, be an obstacle. Voronkova again. Good timeout. Served a number of functions, principally getting the error out of Voronkova. Now, Scandicci going to test her from the service line. Well, Washington's the player to do it. She's on fire in set 2. 3 aces and counting. She does go after the Russian, too easy again. And Boskovic nails it. Tiana Boskovic has come to the party. It's a lovely hit. You can delay all you want on the block. She's going to find the floor with that. Good defense. Naz covers the hit off the block. Boskovic goes hard, but Parochiali's got a beautiful dig down the line. Not a great set from Maya. Didn't give Ju Ting what she wanted. They're going to get another opportunity to put it over, but this really should be Eczacibasi's point. And it is. Really nice tempo out to Handy, who's had a torrid time of it in the first set and a half. Brilliant dig from Parochiali. But this is good tempo from Naz. Lovely set. And this time it just got far enough. She does tend to drop it inside the antenna a little too much, but on that occasion got it floating out wide. Now, Antropova out. In comes the American Rudins, playing out of position here. That'll do. Scandicci get the point they needed. A slightly worrying shift in favour of the team from Turkey. But at last they've got it sorted. 3-wing spikers, mobile, in motion, all wanting the ball, and it's Herberts that got the set. Put it away nicely. Instant timeout is the response from Eczacıbaşı.
Now it's time to push the game as much as possible in front of Maya. You can tip, she's second line, okay? Rudins, left side, sharp cross. Make sure your left hand inside. When she play like right side, you play 3+1. Girls, we have big chance to block out, okay? Haydi bakalım.
Like it, very, very clear information, and everything that Ferhat Akbaş was talking about there is what this team have done in training for the last few days and what they've been watching on the video. It's about the percentages. So as you said, when Rudins hits, she hits that angle all the time. When Ognjenovic is back court, just tip in front of her. He doesn't think that she's going to be mobile enough to make the dive. Let's see what they do. She's certainly good enough to make the ace though. Who needs defence when you can serve like that? Maya with a valuable point. And got it through the traffic. Bezar distracting Voronkova. Nice service line. Can she find it again? No, this time goes after Simji. It's good though. Andy, heavy swing. 2 kills in a row for her. Just what she needed to get back into this game. Interesting. Herberts playing out on that right side. Rudin staying left side, so she isn't out of position. It's Herberts that's going to do the opposite job for the moment. I don't mind this call at all, actually, from Barbolini. Herberts defended by Naz. Boskovic tight, tries to tip it off the hands and out, but the block is really solid. Now, I just wonder here if Massimo Barbolini has stumbled on a rotation that can bring it home for Scandicci. So he's going to go with what Trentino have played for the last couple of seasons, that 3-wing spiker system. Roberts filling in right side on that occasion. But now the decision will be either Ju Ting or Rudins right side. Who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be the Americans. So Lindsay Rudins is going to make her way out there, but nothing doing for Herberts. Now, this is where Eczacıbaşı got really strong in set 1, and this is where Scandicci fell to pieces on this rotation with Ju Ting front court receiver. And it goes straight at her, and it's another poor pass. It's a good swing, but well defended. Naz knows where it's going at the moment. Recycled. Widens hits again, having no more success than Antropova at the moment. Neither she or Herbert's putting it away. And that's brilliant from Simci. Huge rally from Eczacıbaşı, and the boss finishes cross court. Bošković in conversation with Naz after this. Let's see if we can see where the set goes. Again, it's just dragging her in and dying on the tape. I think she'd like a little bit more to work with on the pin, just to open the lineup if she needs it. Handy, after Zhu again, overpass. Well, they go to Voronkova. Voronkova gets block out. And it is deja vu here in Firenze. Scandicci are handing it back to Eczacıbaşı again.
Ok, andiamo ragazzi, in contrattacco, rischiamo palla buona, lasciamo più linea e ci buttiamo, vai.
Well, as brilliant as the Tigers are, let's get honest here. Let's be brutally honest. This is a professional team. This is a group of very good international players. They are 3 up at the back end of a set. Scandicci have to win this from here. Great fan base for this team here in the Palazzo Wanny. They've turned out in force tonight for this CEV Champions League quarter-final, and we've had drama all the way. It's been a procession for Scandicci in set 2. Now they've got to work. Now they've got to sing for their supper, and another brilliant timeout from Massimo Barbolini forces the error from Handi Baladin. 4 set points then for Scandicci to go level with his Eczacıbaşı and change the complexion of this quarter-final tie. Deep serve, good pass from Simci. Line shot from Voronkova is good, well defended by Maya. And well blocked, there it is. Hayley Washington finishes the set as she started it, with a massive stop at the net. 25-20, Scandicci go 1-all with his Eczacıbaşı. Terrific dig from Maya. And then Washington all the way back onto court after making the defensive play. That is superb from the American. Side by side with her compatriot Rudins. I think Barbolini feels he may have stumbled on a rotation here, and I think he'll be wrestling with whether to bring Antropova back in or to start with the 3 wing spikers. We will see. 27-25. The response from Scandicci is 25-20. We are 1-all, and this fantastic quarter final continues to deliver the drama. Yeah, he's certainly more involved than the first one, and Bošković not really involved at the moment. 9 points and counting then. Tiana Bošković, the Eczacıbaşı captain. There's one vital link missing for Scandicci still, and that is the point scoring of Ekaterina Antropova. Trying to smile it off. Alexa Grace back in. If I was Irina Voronkova, I'd be a little disappointed, because I thought she did a good enough job coming on from the bench, but Gray being given another chance to do what she did last week, which was play brilliantly. Away we go with set 3. It's level in this quarter-final tie. CEV Champions League semi-final place on the line between the team in blue, the home side, Savino Del Bene Scandicci, and the team in orange, the Tigers from Turkey, Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul. And interestingly, Barbolini has just flipped it round a few rotations. So the first rotation that Antropova potentially gets a swing in, She's out on the left side. And she puts it away. Vitally important point for her. Herberts can't follow up. Great reaction from the Belgian. Scandicci mustn't rush this. They mustn't rush this. They can't get anything done quickly. They've just got to settle into their work. Eczacıbaşı will be trying to pressure them all the way. Oh, that's a swing. That's a swing. Insistent, ball on Maya's head. She's able to open gaps for the hitters, and Antropova just needs a few confidence builders. Cracking hit. And if she comes to life in this match, Eczacıbaşı will be in trouble unless Tijana Bošković can counter. Carroll serves, good pass from Handy. Bošković's first swing of the third set is unsuccessful. Good read from the blockers, good swing from Washington, and that was a little closer than she wanted. USA hitting off Canada. Oh, just wide. Ray had it, just couldn't finish it. And Washington continues to score and make an impression in this match. Error from Carroll, so a couple of serve errors early from Scandicci. But it doesn't matter from the baseline. If you're missing serves, if you're siding out well, it doesn't matter. Bošković, good serve, great pass. Zhu Ting is hitting with real confidence now. She's making some seriously good shots. And that is an organised block, but they're just chasing her out to the antenna, and she's hitting so hard into the angle. Now, this is a litmus test. Can Antropova put one in with pace? She can, off the tape. Another slice of luck for Scandicci at the service line. That's their third triple ace of the evening. No pictures on the scorecard though. Counts as an ace. Still think this is a big visit to the service line. Simji waits, face mask and all. Another one clips the net. Gray gets it into the air. Bošković defended by Herberts. Big swing for Antropova, makes it. Simji, what a piece of defensive work. Oh, it's just genius. Beautiful point from Eczacıbaşı. And did you see that after the point, the Scandicci senior players gathering round Antropova and just letting her know that she did everything she could there to win the point. It just didn't quite happen. Gray serves, oh dear. First time I've said that tonight, probably won't be the last either. Trouble is, those of you that know your volleyball will be feeling it for the players. Whatever level you play at, I don't care if you're serving the net, it hurts. Shooting. Been brilliant in this match so far, with the exception of some rather shaky passing. Easy defense from Antropova. Good coverage from Eczacıbaşı again. Brave defense. Well, it's a great set, and Zhu Ting hasn't found the court because Simji Akkoş is all over it. That is a sensational double play from the libero. Oh, wow. That's the first one. And the track from Alexa Gray to keep it in play was brilliant. The second defensive touch was just phenomenal. Simji meaning business. She's into her stride now. A couple of little warning signs here for Scandicci to heed. Struggling to put the ball away again. That ain't going to work either. Bošković hitting as hard as she physically can right now. The one part of the story that hasn't yet been told tonight. Tijana Bošković's influence on this quarter-final. It is gradually building. Tropova misses by a long way. She still cannot make her way in this game. I just wonder if the fact that the legend Bošković is on the other side of the net, I just wonder if that's playing on her mind a little. It certainly didn't in the first two pool matches where she scored a huge number of points. She was prolific. Eczacıbaşı going about their work staunchly here. The tip is good enough from Washington. But that's not the way they want to be finishing these points, Scandicci. They want to be more convincing than this. They'll take it, but you can't tip to a win. Washington serving. Nice pass from Simji. Out of system swing. He's blocked really well. Britt Herberts shutting down Bošković. Now let's see just what kind of monster block this is. Yeah, she took the beat. Exactly as Massimo Barbolini was asking. Just delay your jump. And she did it beautifully. Game face on for Britt Herberts. Another poor pass, Handy moving the setter away from the net. That's not where Naz wants to be. And Britt Herberts, two in a row. Brilliant block, followed by a very nice line roll shot, and it caught Gray out. Just tickled the block of Naz there.
We say tip, we go for it. We say cut, we go for it. We need to stop them at cross court and defense and block for sure, okay? Now much more. Go, let's go. I
don't think Alexa Gray was too happy with Tijana Bošković's lack of defensive movement on that last one. But she's the boss, what can you say? Scandicci fans getting into it again. Why wouldn't they? Their team are looking pretty solid here tonight. With the exception of that loss of form at the back end of the first set. Eczacıbaşı back into the match. With the exception of that period of play, they've been better than game one, that's for sure. Still not there yet though. Eczacıbaşı still have a massive chance in this match. Powerful hit from Handy, well defended off the block. The connection from Maya to Juting not working on that occasion. Has to feed Herberts this time. Block all over it. Tip defended again by Carroll. She's putting a shift in. And Tropova can't beat Gray, so Handy goes again into the net. Well, you do that on the beach sometimes. You break from the net and ask the hitter to do the job. Full power. I wonder if Handy was aware there was no block there. So less of that, 4-point lead for Scandicci. Changes. Bit of experience out on court. Here comes Jolie, Jovana Stefanovic. Signed from Milano last season in the Italian league. To join her Serbian teammate Tijana Bošković. First to celebrate that serve error from Washington. All the variables are still in place in this epic encounter. Any result win for Eczacıbaşı, they are through. 3-2 loss, we go golden set. That's for Eczacıbaşı there, that is. But if Scandicci win it 3-0 or 3-1, they will progress for the first time in the club's history into the Final Four, where they could be playing Corneliano or the champions, Vakif Bank. Rock in a hard place. First swing for Stefanovic. She's such a good player. World champion, the 31-year-old. Former Scandicci player way back when. 3-point deficit then. Eczacıbaşı won't be too concerned with that at the moment. Carol hasn't been given a ball to hit for a long, long time. She's done her job here though, despite the attentions of Stefanovic. This time Herbert puts her serve in. Bošković goes for the hands. Referee's having a good long look at this and says no. So we're going to go to the challenge. And I tell you what, Tijana Bošković is not happy with the blockers on the other side of the net. She feels that this should have been called firstly by the ref and then should have been called by the blocker, but there is no onus on the blocker to own up. Chu, keeping her poker face on there, you would not have known she touched that, and she's just given a little smile to the referee. No fair play award cards after that one. Here we go. Stefanovic then to serve. One defensive play in position 5. It's nowhere near that. 2 in a row from Maya to Carol. That's a stunning swing from the Brazilian. Watch the pace on her arm here. Oh, blur. That's a cracking hit. A couple of players on the Eczacıbaşı side of the net are not as influential as they were. Jack Kisar for one. Alexa Gray as well. Not putting the ball away as much, but right on cue, does the job. Finds plenty of court there. I think she liked the set here from Naz. Let's see if she gets it wider. Yeah, that's a tricky ball to set. She's drilled it all the way to the pin. That's a brilliant fading set from the Eczacıbaşı playmaker. Now, time to come to the service party for Bošković. That'll do. That'll do. Herbert's beaten. Ace serve for Tijana Bošković, who I think still has a role to play in deciding this game. At last, she says, at last. I've managed to wind it up at the baseline. Bošković again. 12 points and counting. Another good hit. Juting deals with it. Maya trying another cheeky set to Washington and gets away with it. Crowd seeing the funny side of it. Everybody laughs when the ref gets hit. It's just the rules. And there it is. A very neat volley straight at the ref. Good movement from Sonia Simonovska to avoid serious injury. Silence for Antropova's serve. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, that would have certainly unnerved better players and more experienced players than Antropova. There was absolute silence. You could hear a pin drop, and the reason for that were the Scandicci fans were willing her to serve an ace. 11 errors now at the service line for Scandicci. Juting is putting forward a rather good case for MVP at the moment. It's been a while since she's won one of those. But she is finding the seam with monotonous regularity. This will be a concern for Eczacıbaşı. We're going to see another change-up. Wow. Well, that was bizarre. Eczacıbaşı win the point in the end. But because the referee didn't allow the substitution to happen, Fenerbahçe was then saying, well, she's gone over time on the serve. Used up her whole allotted 8 seconds. Just put Scandicci on the back foot there. I thought if you come to the service or the substitution line and try and make a substitution, it doesn't happen. You get a yellow card. There we go. There we go. Yellow card for Coach Eczacıbaşı. No sanction on the scoreboard, just a warning. But a delay before Jack Kisal serves, so there is kind of a sanction in terms of what the server has to wait for, and she's doing the right thing here. The Trinidadian international just putting the ball on the floor. She's going to restart the process. Pre-shot routine, you hear golfers referring to that. Well, serving is the same. Relatively close skill. Certainly the most close skill in the sport of volleyball. Good serve, well weighted. Nice shot. And Britt Herberts, like some of her Scandicci teammates, he's putting on a full celebration after every single point. Just keep your eye on Britt Herberts, turning and celebrating. She meant that. Hell of a shot from her. Scandicci moving into a position of control here. Veronkova, Hande, sorry, goes power tip. Veronkova never got on in the end for Alexa Gray. Might be getting on soon, but Eczacıbaşı is going to go for a timeout first. Hande straight into the middle of this block. It's a monster stop from Maya. Monster, Murata from Maya.
We need to be much more relaxed and smiling, okay? They have roll shot the same. They play left side, we go Washington. We don't do this kind of things. Hadi, let's go, hadi, let's go.
A lot of smiling going on. Still think Tiana Bošković's moment in this game is going to come, and Scandicci are going to have to find a way of dealing with it. 4 points up at the moment, it's all looking good for the home side. So much so that the crowd here in the Palazzo Wanny decide to go for the wave. Not too soon, folks, not too soon. This game ain't over yet. Lovely slide. Stefanovic really circumspect hit to the line. Worked out her angles and spun it perfectly. That's the despairing effort of Dropova. Carol just asking the coach if her hands were in the wrong place. Great blocking. And Stefanovic, I think, has just basically booked her place on court for the rest of this match. Yeah, fabulous. Two Serbian superstars alongside each other. Bošković and Stefanovic get the kill. Ballerina goes to the timeout. Now, a couple of interesting considerations in this set. If Eczacıbaşı win this set, we are guaranteed a golden set if Scandicci end up winning the match in 5. Similarly, if Scandicci go 2-1 and Eczacıbaşı can manage to win the next set, then we are guaranteed a golden set once again if Scandicci win in 5. There is no release of pressure for the team in blue. That might be a release of pressure for Antropova, who's had a very, very quiet night so far. Good swing. She's a very confident woman for a young player. And that is going to go Scandicci's way. I think all of this is great learning for Antropova. She's been having a really tough time of it in this fixture in general. Didn't play well in game one. She's now trying to maneuver herself into an influential role in game two. Oh, good read from Carol. Oh, wow. All over Stefanovic. Just watch the technique in this block. Watch the press. Oh, beautiful. That is coaching manual stuff. More masterclassery from the middles. And there we go, the change has happened. Naz is out, in comes Elif. Turned her ankle in last week's match and doesn't get her hands on the ball just yet. Fortunately for her, the injury wasn't as bad as it initially looked. Now, Barbolini's celebration there is because Maya has managed to get pressure onto the service reception again. I think he wants Alexa Gray out and Voronkova in. Andy, good pass, gets the return ball, swings it nicely into court. And it's now the Eczacıbaşı players who are trying to create their atmosphere down there. Not missed that one, Carol, but the previous block was a gem. Andy with the serve. Routine, superb. Oh, she has been back to her very best tonight. It's a slow pipe, but it's effective. Bošković forced to cut it. The set was too wide. Good reach from Juting. Next rotation, incidentally, on side out for Scandicci has been a problematic one for them. They would like to score more points here. Bošković isn't going to let them. Now, Eczacıbaşı have to go to work here. Really important they get pressure onto, I think, the Juting pass when she's front court. Left side in this rotation, she's struggled to pass the ball effectively. Stefanovic tries to go in that general direction, but floats it over the line. And as good as she was, she's just handed a few points back, Stefanovic. Maybe not booking her place in the next set. Eczacıbaşı players looking worried now. Scandicci in another position that they really should not relinquish. This has to be their set again. Good touch from Carol. Gray picks herself up another kill, but she's been a bit stop-start this evening as well. So if they're going to go, Eczacıbaşı, they've got to go now. 14 points so far. Tatiana Bošković, and the serving yips return. Third serve error of the evening. It's a 10th serve error across this fixture. And it is followed by Antropova at the line. Can she ace Scandicci to a 2-1 lead? She tried. Oh, good defence. Herbert's on Gray. Gray goes again. Defended again. Parocchiali gets it into play. This for the set. And Juting has done it. Scandicci lead this quarter-final by 2-1, and they are a set away from the semi-finals. Brilliant work from Beatrice Parocchiali. Relatively quiet third set from her. Frozen out by the Eczacibasi servers. A huge amount of defensive touches to make. But this is now a Scandicci team on the front foot. Antropova looks to have found a way into the game. Juting is playing quite brilliantly. Britt Herberts is playing a nice backup role. Maja Ognjenovic is trying to run that middle whenever she can. 27-25 as Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul took that first set, but Savino Del Bene Scandicci bounced back and win the next two, and they are now just a set away from a first ever semi-final appearance in the CEV Champions League. Puts them into a golden set with this Scandicci team. But you can see from the reaction of the Scandicci players, they want to get this done now. And Voronkova is going to get a start in set 4. The Russian is on. Now they don't want to get over-revved here, Scandicci. It's quite tricky if you get into a decent start in a set and then the other team puts you under pressure. Mentally, it's tough. In blue, Savino Del Bene Scandicci lead at home in the Palazzo Wanny. And the team that they lead in orange, the Tigers of Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul, now know that they cannot afford to lose another set. If they lose another set, then they are out of this year's CEV Champions League. Good serving from Ognjenovic. That's a nice set from Elif, under pressure, but it was very tight to the block. And Herberts and Carroll get the shutdown on Bošković. Not having the influence on this match that she would like, but it's not over yet for the Eczacıbaşı captain. Handy is the player that's been taken off for Voronkova. Alexa Gray, the Canadian, still out there. And she waffles one wide. Simge Akkosh thinks this touched the block. Her teammates aren't as convinced. Wow, this is starting to look very good for the home side. Eczacıbaşı need this point to go their way. Elif, incidentally, is the new setter on court. It is no touch. Three-point lead straight off the whistle. Maja Ognjenovic serving well. 3 rotations with Antropova front court. Good pass from Voronkova. Oh, it's a brutal swing from Bošković. Just knew exactly what she wanted to do with that ball. Whips it deep to the line. Jack Kisal, great first set. Didn't really feature in sets 2 and 3 as much. Lovely set. That's a lovely set from Maja Ognjenovic, and Britt Herberts straight over to thank her for it. Nobody expecting this ball to go to Herberts on the reverse. Caught Eczacıbaşı's blockers and defenders out. And that's a good swing. Hits it high and hard off the hands of Alexa Gray. But high and hard into the net tape to follow from Herberts. Her serving's been a bit in and out today. There's the new setter, Elif Zayn, number 12. Now there'll be a few opportunities at the service line for Bošković to get into the match. She's already had one good service run. And Antropova makes sure that her first visit isn't a good one. It's taken a long time for Ekaterina Antropova to get into this quarter-final, but she's into it now. A beautiful set from Maja Ognjenovic. And Ivana Stefanovic, who's still out on court, the Serbian middle, not able to get anywhere near that one. And not really enjoying that slide attack from Elif. Out of system, Antropova can't beat Simje. Boskovic, phenomenal athleticism from the backcourt. And the boss does what she does so well. This was not an easy ball to kill. Oh, wow. That's such a good hit. What a phenomenal talent. And still years to go as well in the game. She's only 26. First swing for Ju Ting. Goes middle route. Gray defends it nicely. And Voronkova gets the block out kill. First time that Ju Ting has gone away from the shot that's brought her a lot of points in this game. And it gives Eczacıbaşı a vital transition play. Used by Voronkova. Nearly a mix-up on the pass. Oh, it's wonderful. For me, that is Antropova's trademark shot. Inside to out cut. She hits it beautifully. Wow, she had no room at all to work there. That was mighty close to the antenna. No challenge forthcoming though from Coach Akbaş. In court, right into the midriff of Simcik. And Antropova is starting to build the points here. That wasn't a topspin serve. That was a drilled float.
We start very good this set. Just focus on Antropova gap, shooting gap. The rest is the same, okay? Very good block out touches. Make sure that they are going to serve drop, okay? Don't forget to have stepper. Very good.
And that's what we love about the sport of volleyball. It is organic. It's a game that changes and develops. It's a game where players can be virtually out of it for 3 or 4 sets, but still be influential at the end. And Ekaterina Antropova has been out of it in this entire quarter-final. 57 points in 2 matches in pool phase against Eczacıbaşı. She's had 27 points across these 2 matches so far in the quarter-final. But she's looking dangerous. Got to put this serve in on the back of the timeout. Doesn't want to hand some momentum back here. Make sure of it. Well passed by Voronkova. She gets the return ball, defended by Ju Ting. And that's defended well by Herberts, who was defending on that line position and had to hit the 10 ball. Oh, wow! Out of nowhere, Hayley Washington, monster block. Up go the Murata cards as Washington puts up a wall here. Read the set, hung around, and shut Alexa Gray down for fun. Huge. Antropova, well-engineered serve. Needed to put that in again, and it's off Simci Akosh. Second time tonight, the Eczacıbaşı passers have tried to get out the way and couldn't. Little spin on it again, and she was leaving it because it was out. It would have gone out. But Kate, as they call her, Ekaterina Antropova, picks up another ace. 9-4, Scandicci on their way to the semi-finals at the moment. Good slide. A lot of pace on that ball coming in from Voronkova's pass, and Elif used it well by attacking the high point. Nice finish from Stefanovic. Been a cracking player down the years for Serbia and the many clubs she's played for, including Scandicci, Casalmaggiore, Busto, and then Milano in the Italian league before joining Eczacıbaşı. Washington, great pass. Oh, Ju Ting tries to hit that position again. Gray patrolling it well, but they're going to get another swing here. Has Washington missed it? She has. Everybody agreeing it's out. I don't think we'll see a video challenge. Yeah, it it was only just wide. But out is out. Now, Scandicci have to be patient. They've got to start to work these side outs. Good defense. Eczacıbaşı have to go again. Gray hits that really hard on the pipe. She meant that shot. Whacks it into the body of Procchiali. It's a huge problem again for Scandicci. Something that's plagued them all through this quarter-final. Get the lead, lose the lead.
Ok, non rischiamo tantissimo, possiamo anche staccarla, una palla facile, non la mettiamo lì. Andiamo, vai.
Packed here in the Palazzo Wanny, right up to the top tier, full with fans. Saw incredible support in the RP Quad in Monza yesterday for the Monza men's team in their Volleyball Challenge Cup final against Project Warszawa. But the fans on that occasion couldn't get their team across the line. Warszawa winning in impressive fashion. Tropova guns it. Oh, that's a shot. She has arrived exactly when Scandicci need her. And she's taken over duties from Herberts and from Juting. She now becomes the main attacker in set 4. Can she keep it going? 3-point lead for Scandicci. Doesn't feel like it's enough. Oh, huge. That's a massive hit. Boskovic running the pipe. Good positioning from Juting, but you can't control a ball like that. Way too much heat on it. Elif to serve. Helped her team back into the first set, and it's another shank pass from Juting. And Tropova decides against hitting the ball. Out of system for Boskovic, can't put it down. Don't like those transition sets from Maya. Oh, like that block though from Hayley Washington. She's done it again. Logienovich has got Antropova hot at the moment and chose not to set to her. But the follow-up block from Washington, she's only managed to get Gray again. Follow-up block from Hayley Washington is stunning. She's having a good night. Here's the American. More out of system play. Bošković's tip doesn't work. She gets a good follow-up block though. That was a priceless stop. And again, Scandicci blow their transition opportunity. Oh, but Herberts will feel a little aggrieved that she didn't get the set there. There was an opportunity to put a good stable ball up to Britt Herberts, who hasn't had a hit for a long time. Maya instead chooses to go on the slide and it doesn't work. Pressure on again for Scandicci. Voronkova's jump serve. Big hit, beautiful pass from Herberts. Gets the set this time, can't get it past the block though. And Tropova, way out of system, is defended down the line by Simji. Bošković. It's all Eczacıbaşı need, and the body language from Tijana Bošković is really positive. This is as aggressive as I've seen her all night. Watch the celebration. Oh yes. It's game on again for the Tigers. Oh, big time. They go level and Scandicci have blown another valuable lead. And the pass of Juting is responsible for leaking those points. Good service run from Voronkova. Free ball off the Juting pass. This is real trouble for Scandicci now. And Eczacıbaşı have turned the tables yet again. They did it last week with the comeback 5-set win. If they do that tonight, they are into the semi-finals. And just as it looked like Scandicci were on their way, we've got another different game. And that is massive from Antropova. Well, if Herberts had killed the first ball off that brilliant pass, Scandicci would have still had the lead. But instead, Eczacıbaşı turned it on. And a very good run of serves means that we're back to square one from Scandicci's point of view. Good pass for Voronkova. Tip from Gray is defended by Maja Ognjenovic. And Herberts goes with the long, deep hit. That was going out. Fortunately, that's also going out, but it's off the swing of Bošković and the block of Carroll. Nervy moments for the Scandicci team and the fans as well. They've gone ominously quiet once more. That was dipping in, well passed by Parocchiali and well hit. Aggressive by Carroll. That's a hell of a pass from the Scandicci libero. European club volleyball competition was designed to produce this kind of drama. And for decades now, we've been enjoying the big teams going head to head. Oh, classic serve. Ace from Herberts. It's almost like a relay from Scandicci. Every time one player dips out for a while, another steps up to grab the baton, and that is a clean ace on Simci. She passes that one. Stefanovic takes the ball in front of the setter this time. That is a brave set from Elif. Oh, terrific hit. Eczacıbaşı can still go to the semis. Parocchiali, wonderful pass off Bošković. And Juting gets something that she hasn't had for a little while, a kill. What a pass from Parocchiali. Now, Voronkova will not defend Juting's attacks as effectively as Handy and Gray. So, transition opportunities here need to be killed. Voronkova back line, just shanks the ball to the 3-metre line. Gray off the block and out though. That's a super hit. And Antropova very quickly signalling to her coach that this ball is out off the block, so don't waste a challenge. Oh, wow. Would have felt good for a fraction of a second until she realised was angling away from the line. Great to serve. Now the chance for Juting to put it away is trickier. Antropova gets the ball instead. Gray just phased a bit there as Simci turned towards her. She stopped in her defensive endeavours. Watch this. She was going to pick this up and then half left it. Good. Positive swing from Antropova. This is a real opportunity for Scandicci to maybe build a 3-point lead again if she can just crack a couple of aces here. Sounds so easy, doesn't it, from the commentary box? It is not. Down there on court, this is so tough. Here we go. Caddy puts it into court, gets the overpass, that's just as good. And Juting, with two defenders, stood right where she's been hitting the ball. Absolutely nails it. Look at them stack up on the cross court here. Gray next to Simcic. And this time, Ju Ting changes her line back to 6 and gets a brilliant kill. Timeout. Eczacibasi.
Second line. Make sure insist the balls middle left side, okay? Ready for Maya tips, okay? You can give a gap. For corner, you can give a gap. Okay?
Once again, very specific game plan instructions. Scandicci fans in good voice. Starting to believe again. It's been a roller coaster. There's a few Eczacıbaşı Tigers in the audience, but they won't make themselves heard above this incredible noise from the supporters. Kate to serve then, Ekaterina Antropova. She's got to do what she did last time, out of the timeout. Really dropped it. Puts it into play, overpass again. Ju Ting again. Oh, this time roofed by Elif. She didn't do a huge amount of prep. Watch the footwork here of Ju Ting. She stays where she is. She doesn't really get out and dynamic. And it doesn't allow her to get on the tempo. Stefanovic to serve. Eczacıbaşı breathe a huge sigh of relief. Oh dear. Oh wow. And Voronkova gave it every single bit of strength she had there. And Barbolini frustrated again. And he'll want to know what Maya was doing there. She's got a couple of wing spikers that are fizzing right now, and she's just tried a crazy set to the middle. This time gets it to Antropova. Brilliant defense from Stefanovic. Bošković out. Are they going to challenge? Voronkova says it is in. Bošković disagrees. Let's see. Oh, it's tight. It's tight. Might have compressed enough to hit the line. Ball in or out is the request from coach Ferhat Akbaş. Just say to the referee, you should have been looking at that on the video. Nice moment. Well, Voronkova was convinced this hit the line. It is out. It is just out. Look at that. It's about a centimetre. Doesn't help when you show the ball, the shadow of the ball travelling over the line. It doesn't help. You really should be showing the freeze frame on the ball contact on the floor. Some more Barbolini yelling at his players to focus again. And for the third time in this fourth set, they have to try and forge an advantage. Ju Ting just looking a little hot and bothered here. She will serve. Good serve. Good pass from Gray. Defended off the Voronkova swing. Herberts. Oh, it's a huge turn. Now then. They are saying, as Eczacıbaşı was saying, that this hit Britt Herberts on the way down. And Tiana Bošković adamant that this touched the Belgian. Whoa, it was close. It's definitely out. But there's no challenge to see if it brushed the uniform on the way. And Scandicci take a 2-point lead. The fans in the background want the cards. I'm sorry, but that is nowhere near Britt Herberts. Absolutely nowhere near. Is this the decisive push from Scandicci? To put it into context, they are 6 points away from a place in the semi-finals for the first time in the club's history. That won't be one of them. And if you want more context, if Eczacibasi win this set, they are still in the Champions League. And from that point onwards, the worst that can happen to Eczacibasi is a golden set. Chance to go level. Bošković. Oh, smooth. That is a really clever swing. Everything there was stacked on the big hammer cross court. Instead, she just rolls it over Herberts, down the line, job done. And for the fourth time, Scandicci have to try and find a lead. No. Slide to Washington, read easily. And Jack Kisal, first time in a while, gets a point on the block. And that is a late arrival. Oh my goodness.
Possiamo aiutare, una palla la possiamo salvare e giochiamo ancora. Ok? Contrattacco così, aspettiamo con Bošković. Quella bella palla sua. Ora 6, position 6, high ball, risk in this side. High ball, Bošković.
Well, if you're an Eczacibasi or Scandicci fan, I'm not sure how much you'll be enjoying this. It's been an emotional roller coaster for both these teams and their fans. From a neutral point of view, and of course in the commentary box we're always neutral, it is a brilliant watch. This is a fantastic spectacle. Just trying to stay cool and calm. Elif to serve. Problems for Scandicci because Bošković is front court now. Good hit. Simji defending beautifully on Antropova. Bošković out of system, hits the baseline. And Eczacibasi go 2 points up. And the story is not told yet. Simji with another stunning dig. And that is a frightening hit. Good rotation this for Eczacibasi. Elif Sain serves again. Shank from Parochiali, ace serve. Eczacibasi breeze past Scandicci. Well, we aren't guaranteed 2 15-point sets just yet. But there is certainly a massive chance that we are going to go all the way to 6 sets of volleyball. Antropova has other ideas. Now then, without wanting to go too basic, Eczacibasi's chances here pretty much ride on the arm of Tijana Bošković. Even if Scandicci served tough, out of system, I think the ball's going to her. Washington out. Super evening for Washington so far. In comes the captain, Giulio. Serve and defence. Serves Gray. Gray takes it away. Bošković. Another phenomenal out-of-system swing. She's making it look so easy. And these are tough, tough shots. Love that. Just before she got set the ball, did you see her just shake out the shoulder? Smiling Irina Voronkova. It's back to the line. 3 points the advantage. Eczacibasi are surely going to drag this game, kicking and screaming into a 5th set for the 2nd tie in a row. Carroll, powerful hit. Too much for Simja. Are Scandicci going to get one more sniff at winning this game and winning this fixture in 4 sets? Maja Ognjenovic has served very well tonight, and Tropova is front court now. Scandicci still have a chance. Overpass, buried, massive hit. And now Eczacıbaşı just getting nervy. Big substitution call here. In comes Handy, who's had her problems on serve receive tonight. Is that who Maja Ognjenovic is going to hit down the line? Oh, off the net, still in play. Handy from the bench, gets the kill. That is a phenomenal hit. Oh, that's brilliant. Take a bow, Handy Baladin. And how about the reactions from Elif to manage to set that ball to a hittable position? That is a tremendous kill. Would you believe it? 2 set points for Eczacıbaşı. Great defense, stunning pickup from Voronkova. And a brilliant touch from Jack Kisal. Bošković kills it. 25-22. And the worst that can happen for Eczacıbaşı from here is that they will have to play a golden set against Scandicci. The best that can happen is that they win set 5 and they are through to the semis. And doesn't Jovana Stefanovic love that fact? The 2 middle blockers getting stuck in at the end of set 4. Scandicci once again giving up 3 decent leads in that 4th set, and this stunning fixture continues. 27-25 the first set to the Turkey side. 25-20, 25-18. Scandicci looking like they were on their way, but what a comeback. The 2 captains then, Isabella Giulio and Tiana Bošković, just shaking hands, tossing the coin and deciding who will do what at the start of this 5th set to 15 points. But we could have a 6-set evening. Is it going the distance? Or can Eczacıbaşı tidy it up in 5 for a historic win? It's all or nothing for Scandicci in set 5, that's for sure. Elif's done well, coming on from the bench, as has Voronkova. Scandicci can still win the match, but to do it, they've got to win the next 2 sets. Away we go with the first tiebreaker to 15 points. The shootout is on. Eczacıbaşı in the orange have engineered another remarkable comeback, and if Scandicci can't stop Bošković, they will not be able to stop the Tigers. First kill on the board in set 5 for Tiana Bošković, and if Eczacıbaşı win this set, they win this quarter-final. Voronkova's service run broke down the 4-point lead that Scandicci had in set 4. Chiali played it, that might have been going wide. And Tropova gets the ball out left side. She's hit that very hard. It's a brilliant shot from Ekaterina Antropova, just when it looked like she was coming to the party in set 4 and it looked like she would win it for Scandicci. The boss came back and just reminded us all of her world-class play on the right side. Herbert's forceful jump serve. Voronkova didn't know much about that. Gray gets the reuse tip and very canny hitting. Opportunistic kill from the captain. Been on court 2 hours and 13 minutes, incidentally. Last week's match took 2 hours and 17 minutes to eventually go Eczacibasi's way. So we're going to go way past that. Deep serve, Parocchiali in trouble. Good save from Carroll, but it's a free ball. Should be 3-1 to the Tigers. It is. And this is when Bošković earns her money. This is when you can't think of any other player on the planet that you'd want to be hitting these transition plays. And that's why Elif just keeps setting her. 3-1. Tricky pass, and Tropova gets it off the block, but it's replayed. Juting is stopped. Bošković again, and a net touch means Eczacıbaşı go 4-1 in this race to 15, and now they are the team that are on the way to the semi-finals. Good touch from Bošković on Juting.
Non va, questa palla di che arriva facile, dobbiamo metterla lì perfetta per giocare al primo tempo, almeno sugli appoggi dobbiamo poter giocare, se no, ok? Andiamo, vai, raga.
Massimo Barbolini calling the timeout. I don't know if you saw the little look from Tijana Bošković that she gave the opposition coach when he called the timeout. She knows Eczacıbaşı are on a fantastic run of form here. This is just perfection from the team from Turkey. Didn't want that to be stopped. From virtually nothing at the start of this game, 25 points. She's gone from 0 to hero on a gradual progression throughout the match, and now Bošković is the key for Eczacıbaşı to win. Too good from Antropova. But Eczacıbaşı have a lead they can work with. It's not necessarily a lead they can win with, but they've got a couple of points to defend, and they need to do that. They need to take this as deep as they can before trying to apply the finishing touches. A few very important side-outs coming up for the Tigers. Great passes to the 3-metre line. Again, Bošković out of system, gets a good bit of heat on that. Gets the ball again. They're just going to keep going to Bošković. And if you can't stop her, she'll keep getting set. And Elif doing all the right things here. First ball dug by Carroll. Second ball battered. Washington gambled it was going somewhere else. Bošković, yeah, again. Her serving in this quarter-final has been, at times, bizarre. That was woeful by her standards. And she knows that that was the first really big opportunity to put this tie to bed. And Tropova can create the comeback. Good hit. Elif getting good distance on that set, getting it right out to the pin for Gray. And Gray backs herself to beat Parocchiali. Beats her well. And remember, if the team in blue, Savino Del Bene Scandicci, win this set, they've not won the tie. We'll be going to the 15-point decider again in the golden set. Oh, huge hit. Simje in the right place to dig Juting, and a double touch given against Alexa Gray, and the reaction of her fellow players around her along the lines of why, oh why did you play that with your hands? (6-4). Eczacıbaşı will change ends at 8 points as this remarkable game goes on. Tight. Well played. Oh, that's superb. Elif Sayın is a tall setter at 1.90 m, and she's used all of her height here. That's a great piece of handling, and Stefanovic with a free net. Couldn't waste that one. Little lucky off the tape, really. I think Parocchiali might have made a play there. Stefanovic serves. Washington passes. And Herberts, who hasn't had a kill for a long while, puts it down. One thing you can tell for certain is that Britt Herberts is up for the fight the whole way. Screaming at her teammates to get it going. Now, Eczacıbaşı can win this match from here. They've just got to keep their side-out game together. Gray, though, shanks the pass. Voronkova out of system, can't beat Herberts. And that's a brilliant transition hit. And suddenly Britt Herberts comes to life. Good dig from her, then had Elif to beat on the transition. Beats her with the roll shot. And the spinner just out of the reach of Gray. Handy in for Gray, another big call from Ferhat Akbaş. Pretty sure Washington's going to try and hit the substitute here. Made a real impact coming on in the last set, Handy. Hit a couple of great shots. And has shanked the pass. Trouble again for Eczacıbaşı. Oh, great defence from Herberts and Carroll. Massive. I tell you what, Voronkova is giving it every single ounce of strength that she has on these swings. That's a super piece of defensive play, but this is a wonderful kill. Hammered, high and hard, and that ain't coming back. What about the players tonight? It's all on the line. They are showing their true colours. They love this game. Forget the money. This is about the result. Round we go. Change of sides. Will it be a change of fortune for Scandicci? They have to win this set to force the golden set. Eczacıbaşı have control. Elif to serve. Bošković front line again. Good block. Oh, it's in. And Voronkova gives it the old 1-2. Big kill, big block. 3-point lead re-established for the team from Turkey. And it's Antropova that she stopped. That is a huge play. (9-6). Elif serves. 15 points the target. Trouble again. Out of system swing from Antropova is good. And if you can get it down the seam between two players, you will get this reaction from the defenders. Both Handy and Elif stopped in their tracks. Janovic serves. Handy, good pass. Oh, that's a terrific set. And that is a very painful ball to receive. Jack Kisal just wanted to check that Beatrice Parocchiali is okay here. I think she got this square in the face. Oh, she did. Oh, my goodness. Well, she'll be having to ask Simdiakos if she can borrow her face mask at this rate. 10-7. Voronkova, can she put a serve run together? It's a good hit. Parocchiali, solid pass. Antropova could still be the saviour for Scandicci. It's a long road ahead, but Scandicci are still in this tie. Well, we know it's coming from Herberts after the spin. It's the jump serve. Off the tape, controlled by Simji, brilliant pass, and Bošković is dug superbly by Parocchiali. Antropova can't put it down. Another swing for Bošković. Oh, off the block and out. And that was Antropova's chance to stop her. This is a remarkable rally. Parochiali's touch was amazing. This set, though, died on her. And that is an incredible hit. Oh, she had no right to kill that ball, Bošković. But she has. 11-8 Eczacıbaşı. A breathless quarter-final. Is it approaching the end? Massive kill needed from Antropova. She's missed it. She's missed it. Eczacıbaşı marching towards the semi-finals. Challenge from Massimo Barbolini. He's got one to use. He just wants to use it, just to slow it down. Ferhat Akbaş there, I think, just saying to the second referee, please, just don't let him challenge here. Way over the block, way out of court. But he's using this to slow things down, unless, of course, he's seen something. No. No is the answer. No block touch, no point, challenge lost, timeout called, and Eczacıbaşı now are in control. Scandicci in real trouble. Well, with every point that Eczacıbaşı gets closer to the win, it opens up the opportunity for even more drama. I just don't think that Bošković is going to let that happen. From a lowly few points in set one, she's climbed to 28 points, and some of those have been important. The last hit off the block of Antropova, probably the most important. So Jack Kisal to serve from the timeout. Scandicci desperately need the kill. They need this point. Who can provide it? Maya wide to Juting, and she gets some serious heat on that one. Well, the two Serbians to beat. She gets it off the hands of Bošković now. To serve. A 3-point lead, though. It's going to be tough to overcome. Bošković is still front court. Shank pass. It's a free ball. Messy from Eczacıbaşı. Good dig. This has to go to Bošković. It does. And she finishes into the corner. Now, that takes the boss to the baseline. And let's be honest, she's had a horrible game with her serving across both ties. It's all relative, isn't it? There's horrible and horrible, but by her standards, it hasn't worked. She's not going to be allowed to serve. Bošković out. It's temporary. In comes Yaprak Erkek. Can Erkek put it in? She can. Washington can't get it over the net. It's another point to Eczacıbaşı, and more importantly, it is match point. 5 opportunities for Eczacıbaşı to win the game, and they might win it without Tijana Bošković on court. Erkek with her next serve. Maya goes wide, Juting tips it. Furonkova, remarkable dig. Scandicci have to go again. Antropova, it's down. Scandicci survive. Antropova goes to the baseline. And this really now is last chance saloon for the Italians. 4 massive serves from Ekaterina Antropova required. The boss returns to the court. She'll be there should Elif wish to give her the ball for the kill. One attack and Eczacıbaşı have won it. almost silence. In, great serve, overpass. Out wide, Juting puts it away. Match point number 2 saved. 3 remain, and Ferhat Akbaş calls timeout.
Girls, we need to cover good. Cover is very important. Haydi bakalım.
All he wanted to do was disturb the serving rhythm of Antropova. Just reminding his players to cover the spiker. 3 match points remain. Who's going to get the finishing touch? It's in play. It's shanked. It's an ace. Oh, would you believe it? And this game just keeps delivering. Handy, tested. 3 match points saved. 2 remain. 18 points for Antropova. Again, not the game she wanted tonight. But she's got the chance here to be the hero. Into the net though. And the Tigers of Eczacıbaşı are through to the semi-finals. For the 2nd week in a row, they beat Scandicci by 3 sets to 2 and go through to the last 4. A dramatic night of volleyball. And just the look on the Scandicci players' faces reminds you how much this means to them. A chance to go to the semis for the first time in the club's history. Unfortunately for Massimo Barbellini and his team has passed up. MVP? It is Tiana Bošković. Not really in the match in the early stages, but when her team needed her, she came to the party, and my goodness me, the boss ran the show. Fabulous stuff. Elif, from the bench, I think has got joint MVP. Well, she did have a role in changing this game. Didn't finish last week's match, but comes on to finish this week's match. 66 points to 60. That is so close in terms of those winning attacks. Scandicci out blocking Eczacıbaşı, out serving Eczacıbaşı. But Eczacıbaşı out defending Scandicci. A stunning result for this team, and Eczacıbaşı go through to the semi-finals where they will play the winners of the Corneliano Vakifbank tie. Vakifbank, the defending champions, beat their compatriots in last year's super final. And Ferhat Akbaş, another young coach, that he's really making a name for himself. And Turkey, once again, Turkey dominates an Italian team